This is another day, the day the Lord have made. We have to say good day. Welcome to everyone tuned in right now to another Mikey Life program. It is my pleasure to be with you for another program, people. This is where it all happens. Folks, this is the good, the bad, and the Mikey. Welcome. It's all about news in all you Lili Lolo. All ya, brace all yourself. There are so many things that we want to tell you about right here on the program. Now I want to encourage you, for those of you who have not done so yet, to please share the program. People, when you share the program, other people get an idea that we are live. Other people get to know that we are here. So go ahead and share the business. I see that we have some first-time viewers with us as well. Welcome to the first-time viewers. And to all those of you who are always on the program, I want to welcome you on the business too. You know, when I walk the street, I just meet, every day I meet somebody new to say, oh, Mikey, I just watch the program. So big up. Reminder of scheduled power outages. We're going to tell you about that. Prohibited and restricted items for the cricket days. We're going to tell you about that. Very interesting. Search party mounted to find missing man Alphonsus Antoine. Another crash in Grenada. Speed demons in Trinidad and Tobago, they call it. 21 dead for the year already in crash accidents, as we call it. 21 dead already. Trinidad. Police accident leaves a man paralyzed. No, I don't find me hearing much about that. And so I want to talk about that just a bit. Power aid, powering up, sports in Grenada. Yeah. Dad stays away as burnt boy mourned. Trinidad. 12 saved from sinking ship, St. Lucia. And Facebook bandits strike again in Trinidad. We'll explain what it is all about and how that can happen in Grenada as well. All right, so folks, brace all yourself. We have real news to tell all you about, boy. It's real news in Oli Lili Lolo. When we return, we want to remind you, folks, that the news headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of Duty Free Caribbean and the Colombian Emerald International. People, when we come back, it's a real thing. So all the share the business, get all the water, get all the coke and all the popcorn and whatever it is, and get ready for the program. We will be right back.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Cancer got with the next one.
Cancer? Who is cancer? And who you go with?
Who is cancer? Why you don't live in here? But cancer is a disease caused by too much abnormal cells in a part in the body. That cancer is a real killer.
Yeah? Cancer should be in prison? But, by the way, who cancer kill?
Mr. Jellal's last son.
You mean Jackson?
Oh.
And he was so young and never thought cancer does kill young people so.
But cancer is no respect of age, race, gender, nothing.
You're telling me? I hear it have over 25 different types of cancer.
Like, cancer then style now? Cancer more popular than them damagings and them?
And from what I research, early detection, exercise, and healthy eating is your best chance of fighting against this terrible disease.
Let's intensify our fight against cancer. Regular screening, Constant exercising and healthy eating habits are the key to winning the battle against cancer.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Trying to get fit for 2019? Then start your journey to fitness with Quartz. Buy any Marcy or Land Ranger gym equipment for $4.99 and over from now until March 31st and enter for your chance to win your purchase free. Shop now and pay nothing until Easter 2019. Your journey to fitness begins with Quartz. Visit us today for your gym equipment and enter to win. Quartz, bringing value home.
A taste of spice, welcoming our cricketers and fans to Pure Grenada, the Isle of Spice, showcasing our culture and heritage on Tuesday, 26 February on the Carnage in St. George's, England versus the West Indies. Cricket Rest Day. Come enjoy a taste of spice. Performances from top soca and calypso artists, pan, drummers, dancers, a mini carnival parade, arts and craft, and local food from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Carnage is the place to be. It's cricket, lovely cricket. Rest Day, Tuesday, 26th February. Sample a taste of spice. Hosted by the Grenada Cultural Foundation. No unauthorized vending allowed.
Alrighty, so folks, and remember that we are going to be bringing that particular event live on Tuesday. Alright, so folks, we want to welcome you to another Mikey Live program. People, we have a real thing to tell all you about. We hope all you plan to have a good time on the program. Now, the first thing that we have to tell you about is a reminder about some planned outages, power outages. And this is a notice that comes from Grenlec advising customers of a planned schedules for this week in terms of your outages. And the information is on your screen. Now, for tomorrow, Carriacou will be affected. We're talking about the communities of Bellevue South and Lauriston. Now, for Bellevue South, 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. you'll experience outages at that time. And for Lauriston, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. as well. On Friday, in St. David, Primrose to be exact, 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon. And on Friday again, Archibald Avenue, St. George's, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Now, Grenlec apologizes for any inconveniences likely to be caused. Also, we have a service interruption notice for you coming from the folks at the National Water and Sewage Authority. They want to advise their consumers served by the Concord water system that in order to facilitate system maintenance, you will experience an interruption in your supply between the hours of 10 p.m. tonight, Wednesday, February 20th, 2019, to 5 a.m. on Thursday, February 21st, 2018. Now, Concord, in the parish of St. John through to the entire town of St. George and extending to River Road in the parish of St. George, you will be affected, all right? consumers, you are advised to collect and store water in clean covered containers prior to the interruption in your supply. So if you're hearing this for the first time, you have just a few minutes to prepare accordingly. Now, please be advised, according to NAWASA, that although the system will be reopened at 5 a.m., consumers, especially those in elevated areas, may receive their supply within 2 hours after the scheduled restoration period. Now, the authority apologizes for any inconveniences caused and would like to thank you for your patience as they work towards the delivery of a safe, adequate, and reliable water supply. They say they are committed to meeting your needs. Folks, the talk today, and it will be for the next few days, is cricket. And the Grenada Cricket Association, they are advising patrons of the prohibitions for the upcoming matches, West Indies and England. They are saying that you need to be mindful of the prohibited items. You need to do so that at least you do not get rejected, or the things that you come in to the venue with don't get taken away from you. All right, so just to briefly go through some of the prohibited items, okay, folks, and here they are: dangerous weapons, firearms, all right, imitation firearms as well. They say as well fireworks, explosives, knives or forks of any description except plastic, flares, also the narcotics, ammunition, baseball bats, and these are just some. Also, animals are prohibited, okay? Glass bottles, frisbees, and similar items, all right? Also, scooters, bicycle, skateboards, skates, mace, deck chairs, video cameras, etc. are all prohibited. Restricted items are cool drinks in soft plastic containers, non-alcoholic beverages, branded drinks, branded snacks, home-cooked food and drinks, water in soft, collapsible or non-branded bottles, balls under controlled conditions, proms, banners and flags under controlled conditions. All right? And it goes on and on and on. So these are some of the things that you need to think about when you are going to watch the cricket games on Monday and Wednesday of next week. We will post this on our website so that persons, and sorry, not on our website, but on our Facebook page, so that you can familiarize yourself with the restrictions. We are moving on. The next thing that we need to tell all about, boy, a search party was today mounted to find a missing man, Alphonsus Antoine, who went missing yesterday, people. They are saying that up to now, he has not been located. Now, Alphonsus Antoine is the father of Dr. Patrick Antoine. And that Dr. Patrick Antoine is Solia, you know. So now police are seeking the assistance of the general public, people, in locating the 79-year-old Alphonsus. He's actually of Lansapine, St. George. Now, Antoine was last seen on Tuesday, 19 February 2019 at about 11 a.m. wearing a short khaki pants and grey jersey. He is approximately 5 feet 7 inches in height, slim built, dark in complexion with grey hair. Now, anyone seeing Alphonsus Antoine or has any information about his whereabouts, you're asked to contact the South St. George Police Station at 444-4454 and Central Police Station at 440-2244 or 440-2245, CID at 440-3921, Police Emergency at 911. You can also call the police hotline at 444-1958 or the nearest police station. Folks, I know that today so many people went out looking for him, and I think that they plan on going out and look for him tomorrow, God's willing, again. Now, they are saying that he's showing some early signs of dementia. You understand? And they say on the day he went missing, which was yesterday, he seemed a bit disoriented. Yes? They say he could not have gone very far. So they are hoping that he might be found somewhere within the Mount Hartman, Lansapines area. All right? And so they are going out again tomorrow, God's willing, to search for him. If you have some time, you are asked to at least assist the family in doing that search. It's a large area. Now, when we're talking about Mount Hartman, this is a huge area, yes? And so as many manpower as possible that they can get, of course, that will be welcomed, all right? Time is of essence, so we understand the importance of this, yeah? All right, so appeal is going out to you to please help find him. They say that they are hoping for the best with regards to that. Now, the Nadma boy. Now, on Tuesday, that was yesterday, the South St. George District Committee of NADMA held an open forum at the Limes playing field, and it was all about water conservation, fire prevention, and disaster management. And they had several officials there. Yes, Mr. Sylvan McIntyre was there, and he's the disaster management coordinator at NADMA right now. There was also from the fire department, Constable Franklin, all right? And we had a word with Constable Franklin about the activity, and of course, and the importance of adhering to the rules and regulations of the fire department, given the projected dry season.
It is quite an important activity, I must say. What we're trying to do is get the message across so that persons would adhere to the policies that are in place in relation to burning, and also to safeguard their property and by extension their lives. Over the years we've had an increase so far with fires. However, for 2018 into 2019 we've seen a reduction so far, because we've been doing let's say an extensive amount of fire prevention. So persons have been getting in the message, and by extension persons also have been charged for setting fires and failing to take the necessary steps required in order to set fires. While we're on the charges, we want to reiterate to persons that when they are burning, they need to inform their neighbors. If you are burning for agricultural purposes, you need to get permission from the Ministry of Agriculture. Failure to do so, you can be charged for setting fires without a license, which is from the Ministry of Agriculture. Also, what the law states that we go more in depth with is that you can be charged for failing to take the proper precautions in relation to burning. As the sergeant stated earlier in the presentation, you are going to burn. You need to take steps. You need to have water close by. Clear around where you're going to burn in small heaps. Numerous times we deal with several reports, and those precautions are not seen. But we try to inform the persons, because they sort of seem to not knowing or being negligent to the fact that they're not aware of the information. So we just want to get the message across.
All right, thank you very much on that one, folks. And the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, is there has been another crash again. This morning, we woke up to news of an accident in on the Lagoon area, well, the Kirani James Boulevard, all right, where an Escudo hit a portion of the property of the seaport. You know, one eyewitness said that they saw two ladies, or one person who said that they were an eyewitness, all right? So two ladies struggling to get out of a ditch, you know, following this accident. Folks, we have been having some serious accidents lately. They're just going on and on and on and on. I don't understand this. One after the next, one after the next. No, it is not only in Grenada that this is happening. Folks, what we can tell you is in Trinidad, they call it a speed demon. 21 dead for the year already in Trinidad. And the Trinidad and Tobago Police Services Road Safety Coordinator, he's Mr. PC Brent Batson, disclosed some astonishing statistics that appear to show that many citizens have learned nothing over past years about road safety. Now, he was saying that 21 people have already been killed on the road so far, which is a 133% increase from the comparative period last year. Yeah? According to them, more than 4,000 people have been ticketed for speeding And more than 400 people have been charged with drunk driving. And that's Trinidad we're talking about. You understand? Now, according to Batson, with just 11 days to the official start of Carnival 2019, they have been asked to provide an update on road traffic accidents. And so that's what they were doing, telling people about the statistics that they have. People is crazy statistics. You understand? And so it's not just happening in Grenada. You understand? What we can tell you too is that there was also a road fatality 2 days ago in St. Vincent. You understand? Where a young boy, a young man lost his life as well. Young man. So I don't understand this. So it's not just Grenada. A 27-year-old lost his life this week in St. Vincent, according to Eyewitness News. Jano Star. Now, it brings me to my next point. So I was hearing about this accident involving this man named Joe, only to find that it is somebody we know very well. According to the Grenada Voice, I don't even understand how come we didn't make a big issue out of this. Now, according to the Grenadian Voice, this man has been paralyzed following an accident on the 19th of January. You understand? Never heard anybody. Well, I hear people talking on the wayside, but nothing really official. So I know this guy, from I think it's Intercall and those sports meet and thing, if I'm not mistaken. You know, around all the sporting activities. Yeah. So I'm wondering, well, wait now, but that's the man in truth, Joe. So they are saying that he's been paralyzed. Yeah, following an accident which involved a police. I ain't making it up. I think I have a front page thing here somewhere on the program. You know, this one touched me, people. We supposed to, yeah, look. Police accident leaves one man paralyzed. I ain't making it up. Look at the front paper. So if you go right now and you buy the Informer, the Grenada Voice paper, this is what you're seeing. Exactly, I see the expression on some of all your face. Huh? Very, very, very avid sportsman all the time. When this intercall and school sports and thing, you seen him on the field. Chano. You understand? Ah. So you all could go check out the newspaper and all go see the article, and all can read the article for all yourself and see what I'm talking about, because they speak in depth about how we you know, it was coming from work and so on and so on and so forth. I just thought that, hey, well, that was a big secret, because this youth, I mean, was so involved in sporting activities. I thought that even with the sports enthusiasts out there, that they would have said something. But nah, ain't nothing other than people talking on the wayside. You understand? But anyway, let you leave that talk there. Let you leave that talk there, I mean. Let you leave that talk there. Yeah? Next story. Since January, you know. Yeah, let me that talk. Speaking about sports, people, you know, I don't like to always just feature the tense news. I like to find out things that's going on positively. You understand? Strike a balance with the whole business. And we have Powerade. You heard about that drink before. Powering up sports in Grenada, boy. So we had to talk about that too. Now, the Powerade is a rehydrating drink which has been on the Grenada market since 2016. Now, according to Nicoyan Bain, who is the marketing manager at the Grenada Bottling Company, Grenada Limited, since its introduction here, they have been involved in several sporting disciplines across the country. They are very, very interested in the development of athletes and so on. So they say since it has come on the market, they have been working. Here's Nicoyan.
Right, so Powerade has been in the Grenada market since 2016. It's imported, it's distributed by the Grenada Bottling Company Limited. And over the years, we would have supported sporting events throughout the length and breadth of Grenada. So over the past 2 years, we will normally have our Powerade Secondary Schools Athletics Championships, but unfortunately, we couldn't have that this year, but we are supporting some of those secondary schools, namely Westmoreland Secondary School and the Beacon High School. Those we know have confirmed their sports meets for this year, so we are again offering that support. But we had to expand basically this year, and instead of it being the Powerade Secondary School Athletics Championships, having it as a Powerade Sports Series basically. So starting this weekend, that's Thursday, February 21st, until the 24th, we have the Powerade National Swimming Championships. It's being held at the Good Hope swimming pool. Of course, we want to invite everybody to come out to attend, because the swimming competition, trust me, it's great. As we know, Grenada does well. Every time we have to represent at a regional or international swim meet, we always excel. We just recently won the OECS swimming championship title. So come out to the pool on those days. We have the Powerade National Swimming Championships. It is a club meet event, so it's basically participation of clubs and not necessarily schools. It's also the swimmers also get a chance to qualify for CC-CAN and Carifta at that meet. It's that first opportunity for them. So, of course, we're so happy to support the National Swimming Championships. Also, coming right off that, we have the one-day international games, England versus West Indies at the National Stadium. Again, Powerade is the official sports drink for those cricketers on the 25th and the 27th, and I'm talking about Powerade throughout the region. We are there, and we're the official sports drink for the England tour of the West Indies. Now, moving on, Powerade is actually the official sports drink of the FIFA World Cup. And I always say it's so great because we have this internationally credited product that is used by international athletes, some of your favorite athletes, and now we have the opportunity to bring that product to local athletes, because it's more than just a drink. It really does help you. It rehydrates you, and like I mentioned, it replaces 4 of the electrolytes you lose in sweat, so it's really good for athletes.
All right, thank you very much, Nicoyan. Now, Bain also said that they believe in developing athletes at the grassroots level within the communities of Grenada.
One of the things that we're actually happy, and one of our mandates right now, we're actually supporting, you know, those small goal football tournaments, those knockout cricket competitions, netball, basketball, what we call sweat points. We're actually going out there and supporting those, and we really believe in developing grassroots, because I mean, when you develop at the grassroots level, then you're able to have the Kirani Jameses and the Braylon Taplins and so on in years to come. So we really believe in supporting grassroots through our Powerade and Dasani brands, which really and truly come out to hydrate our athletes. One of the things.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Ms. Bain. All right, so we're moving on. How are we looking for time? All right, so folks, the next thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, you remember that video that circulated last week? Was it with a baby, with a child? Was it last week Friday? Something there about a child was burnt to death in Trinidad. Well, he was just buried. But guess what? Interestingly, his mother had the funeral. His father did not show up to the funeral. Oh, hold on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. they are not on perfect grounds. There's some degree of suspicion. Mommy wanting to know, how did the child die? Yeah, the child was with the father, and then the next thing you know, you get a call saying that your child burnt to death in a car. That's not the easy story that you'll get a woman or mother to believe, right? So Maria Granger, the mother of the 3-year-old boy, his name is Prince, all right, who was burned to death in the back seat of his father's car last Friday. They made an emotional plea at the funeral on Wednesday. Now, Granger, 21, wants to know what caused the Nissan March car to explode, killing her child. You understand? They say that she collapsed on the coffin. You understand? Once the coffin arrived, she just collapsed. It was so much emotional strain for her. They say the child was very playful and smart. They call him Princey and Spider-Man. Yeah? Now the child's father, Justin Francet, was not invited to the service. Yeah? So they say that he held his own memorial service at his home. All right? The child's parents were separated 6 months after his birth. So he lived with his aunt. The child was buried at a public cemetery today. Now, Maria Granger, the child's mother, called for a second autopsy after it was found that the child would have died from toxic smoke inhalation. But you know, she just said, you know what, let's let it go. I will leave them up to God. You understand? Because she was suspicious of her child's death. Now, the man said, the father, that is, the child's father, said it was an accident. What happened? According to the official police report, officers were called to a car on fire report, and so they went into the area. They found the Nissan March with the interior burnt out, parked in the front yard. All right? Now, they say they met the child's father, who is a laborer or mechanic, who pointed to the back seat of the car. The officer saw the child in a crouched position, motionless but still alive. Now, he said, the father now, he was working on the car when it exploded. He also said that he fought the blaze to save his son, but the flames were too intense. They say that the paramedics took the boy to the hospital with his grandmother, but the child just didn't survive. So they say they take the car and so on, and to run some tests on the vehicle. So that's basically the status of that whole thing. Yeah, there was videos that were shown, videos that were in circulation about this. I'm telling you, it was heartbreaking. I didn't want to describe anything. Let's just leave that there. You're not going to describe, just leave it there. If you didn't see, you didn't see. You understand? No star. Now the next thing that we have to tell all you about tonight, how are we looking for time? A sea vessel traveling from neighboring Martinique to St. Lucia on the 20th, which is today, began to sink. Somewhere outside of St. Lucia. So they're saying that a quick response from the marine unit there reportedly saved the lives of 12 occupants on that vessel. Well, lucky all you. You understand? I thought that was a really interesting save. You understand? And we got the information from HTS News Force out there in St. Lucia. Let's just go over to St. Lucia for that story.
A high seas rescue effort led by the Marine Unit arm of the police force may have saved the lives of a dozen passengers aboard a sea vessel traveling from neighboring Martinique to St. Lucia on February 20th. Over deep, open waters miles north of Pigeon Island, the vessel began a scary submergence after taking in water. Thanks to working emergency communication devices, the Marine unit was able to deploy a quick and effective response.
We immediately dispatched 2 vessels to the area to render assistance with dewatering equipment. On arrival on the scene, 12 passengers were taken from the vessel and transported to the Rodney Bay Marina.
The rescue mission lasted several minutes. The 2 responding Marine unit vessels were able to take in the stranded seafarers and ship them off to safety. With the passengers secured, efforts were redirected to save the vessel.
The team from the Marine unit assisted the captain of the vessel in dewatering the vessel. That vessel has since been taken to the Rodney Bay Marina, where she presently sits on dry dock.
No injuries were reported during the deep water rescue mission.
Thank you very much. That's interesting. That is rather interesting. Now, folks, it is better late than never. We pause for a special Valentine's message.
Hi, everybody, to all of the girls them over the world. I want to wish Uno a happy Valentine's Day. This is coming from Big Boy. I'm going to sing a happy song for Uno. Happy Valentine's Day to 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 Uno. You see, if me and Uno did there, me would have given Uno all of the flowers here. And me that make cake pudding, me that make pudding, caramel pudding, blue dries, drops, and grater cake. And me would have carry Uno out. Uno don't know me, no? Me have whole heap of girlfriend, and me love all of them. And me would have love Uno too. So if Uno want somebody to carry Uno out for this Valentine's Day, call me. Call me and I'll carry Uno out, love Uno, and my heart go out for all of the ladies them. I love you long time. Why? Big Boy is out.
How are we looking for time? Facebook bandits strikes again. And of course, folks, we monitored this one from out of Trinidad and Tobago. And this is one, even if it's happening in Trinidad, that you may want to pay attention as a Grenadian, because we follow the same practice. Now, citizens are being asked to be careful when selling personal items on social media accounts. Now, it comes after yet another individual was robbed during a quote-unquote meetup for a sale. Now, the latest victim is a 21-year-old man, all right, from Sangre Grande. Now, the victim went to Sun Valley Road at about 2 p.m. on Tuesday, broad daylight, where he was expected to meet an individual he met on Facebook that had agreed on a purchase of a Samsung S8 cellular phone. They say that when he arrived at the location, the two agreed to where they agreed to meet. The victim was approached by 2 men. One of them had a gun. They said the victim fled, leaving the purchaser with the cell phone valued at $2,500. Now, they're saying that the police were notified and the officers responded. You understand? So they are saying that when it comes to making those sort of sales, that you have to be a little smarter. Try meeting in public places, such as malls and these kind of areas. Not no dismal place where nobody could see what's going on in the place, you know what I mean? Yeah? Because it happens a lot here where we just agree to meet somebody somewhere and sell or make a purchase. But if that is happening in Trinidad, there's nothing that's going to stop it from happening here. And so we are obligated to being vigilant, to not present an opportunity to would-be criminals to make ourselves an easy target for them. All right, guys. So at least this is one you may want to be mindful of. How are we looking for time? All right, so folks, here's what we're going to do. We are going to transition into our break, and we will come back momentarily. We've got for you the national report and the weather.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Audio Jungle.
It's a new year, so how about a new look? At Quartz Optical, we have the latest brand names and styles. Plus, get 20% off credit on 12 to 24 months. Instant credit approval while you are being tested. Get 15% off cash, so you can get that new frame to go into the new year. Only at Quartz Optical, the largest, fastest growing optical chain in the Caribbean. Special conditions apply.
This month is Black History Month, so on Saturday, February 23rd, Fireman Promotions presents a tribute to fallen legend at Moonlight City, featuring 10 big DJs: Shotleg, Hawk, Chemist, Vicar, Blackstorm, 473 Rulers, Kevlaton, Smiley, Super, Small Clothes, Sound System. Action kicks off from 9 p.m. General admission 10. Come enjoy all the greatest hits from all the fallen legends. Big tunes after big tunes. Saturday, February 23rd. Moonlight City. It's a tribute to fallen legends, and it's music from all your legendary artists. One night, one venue. Saturday, February 23rd, Moonlight City. A tribute to fallen legends. Sponsored by 3O's Auto, Captain Harris, WeFM, Dagaman's Beer, Glenelg, Design Factory, True Blue Bay Resort, Casey's Fire Extinguishers, and the Archibald Distributors.
A taste of spice, welcoming our cricketers and fans to Pure Grenada, the Isle of Spice, showcasing our culture and heritage on Tuesday, 26 February on the Carnage in St. George's. England versus the West Indies, cricket rest day. Come enjoy a taste of spice. Performances from top soca and calypso artists, pan, drummers, dancers, a mini carnival parade, arts and craft, and local food. From 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Carnage is the place to be. It's cricket, lovely cricket. Rest day, Tuesday, 26th February. Sample a taste of spice. Hosted by the Grenada Cultural Foundation. No unauthorized vending allowed.
Bruv.
Hello? I can't see you.
What's good?
But I can't even hear you.
Yo.
Hello? Hello? Ah.
Okay, I see. I'm good. I'm coming in.
Ah. There you are.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
Rally round the West Indies. The pre-match fete. Rally round the West. Sunday, February 24th at the Spice Basket Big Yard as the English comes to town for the ODIs. And for the fete, featuring live onto Trinidad and Tobago, the legendary David Rudder. David Rudder. Alongside the Camo. Inspector. Shortbreed. Dash. And much more local artists juggling on the ones and two Blackstorm and GBN's Smokey. Action starts 3 p.m. and goes on till you say when. It will be a true Grenadian fete. Tickets cost $50 and are available at regular ticket outlets nationwide. Rally round the West Indies. The pre-match fete. Sunday, February 24th. Spice Basket. David Rudder.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much. All right, guys. And of course, what we have for you right now is the national report. And following the national report, folks, we're going to have the weather for you. Again, I see that there are some people who... Now, listen. It's important for all to share the program, you know. When you share the program, that's how other people get to know that the program is live. We cannot always rely on the people who receive notification. Okay, so not every time people get notification. So for the people who don't get notification, sometimes they think that the program is not on, and so that is where you come in. Yeah, that's where when you share it, at least they could get to see it on your wall and say, oh, well, I didn't get a notification, but this person share it or that person share it. So that's what it is, right? So I'm just asking again for some of you who have not yet done so to please go ahead and do so. It really doesn't take much just to hit the share button. Anyway, here's the national report.
Grenadian cricket icons to be formally recognized during first one-day match at the National Stadium next week. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Wednesday, February 20th, I am Rikisha St. Louis. 3 Grenadian cricket icons will be recognized on day 1 of the upcoming 2 one-day internationals here next week. At the 45th Independence Military Parade, Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell announced that one of the stands in the cricket stadium will be named after left-handed batsman Devon Smith. On Tuesday, during the government's weekly post-cabinet briefing, Acting Sports Minister Senator Winston Garway said this will be unveiled on Monday, February 25th, day 1 of the 2-day international matches. In addition, plaques will be unveiled for cricket legends right-handed batsman Junior Murray and Roy Lewis, who is also a right-handed batsman. Lewis is currently the manager of Cricket West Indies. The government has already named stands at the cricket facility after Murray and Lewis.
On the first day, we will do the unveiling of the plaque for that stand. So I'm hoping the St. Patrick's Parsi will come down to be a part of this live event. Also, a plaque will be unveiled in the name of Junior Murray and Roy Lewis for the stand that they have. So a plaque will be erected in their stands. This will be, as I said, the biggest stage to do this, because that's where they have garnered all the fame and the likes and so forth, and that is what the game is giving back to them. And I trust that quite a lot of us Grenadians and even foreigners will come to be a part of this experience.
The implementation of a regional strategy for the development of statistics will be the center of discussion during a high-level advocacy forum on statistics in Grenada this week. It will be held at the Grenada Trade Center on Friday. Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell will deliver the feature address at the opening of the one-day forum. Dr. Mitchell is the lead head of government in the CARICOM quasi-cabinet with responsibility for science and technology. Still with news, with the prediction that Grenada and other Caribbean countries could experience long-term drought conditions, the National Disaster Management Agency's South St. George District Committee is seeking to raise awareness of water conservation and fire prevention. An open forum was held at the Limes playing field on Tuesday, which also looked at fire prevention and disaster management. It's part of the agency's efforts to build awareness on relevant areas that can assist in its quest to manage disasters effectively. The dry spell that has been affecting Grenada since the start of the year has motivated NAWASA and NADMA to increase their public education campaign. NAWASA's communications assistant Wendy Chateau stressed the need to store water and manage its consumption.
One of the most important things is water management. For individuals to
focus on having storage because, of course, with drought comes a reduction in our ability to supply. Because if not much is going into the system, there's not much to put out. So, of course, already we have 4 systems challenged, hundreds of individuals affected. NAWASA is trying its very best to minimize the impact on our customers. However, our customers also has to play a part. We encourage individuals to store at least 35 gallons of water per person per day for a minimum of 3 days.
Disaster Management District Coordinator Arthur Pear said South St. George was selected for the forum due to its vulnerability to the effects of the dry season. He is hopeful that educating the residents will bring about change during the dry season, especially as it relates to fires.
The water conservation is certainly needed and to ensure that we have water to make it through this dry season. But we have to educate our people, and as the person in charge of the district, we felt that it was necessary to have a forum like this where we can really go out, educate the people. We have gone through some of the villages, hand out leaflets and pamphlets, and we felt that we needed to have an open forum where people can come, listen, and get some serious information as it relates to water conservation. Also, we have experienced fires in the south, right over Frequente, and so almost every year we know that hill burns. So we felt that it was necessary to inform persons what they need to do to prevent those fires from happening and to safeguard themselves.
The fire department has recorded a reduction in fires from 2018 into 2019 so far.
Over the years we've had an increase so far with fires. However, for 2018 into 2019 we've seen a reduction so far because we've been doing let's say an extensive amount of fire prevention, so persons have been getting in the message, and by extension persons also have been charged for setting fires and failing to take the necessary steps required in order to set fires.
That was Constable Franklin of the RGPF's Fire Department. This is the National Report. We'll have more news after the break.
A taste of spice, welcoming our cricketers and fans to Pure Grenada, the Isle of Spice, showcasing our culture and heritage on Tuesday, 26 February on the Carnage in St. George's. England versus the West Indies. Cricket Rest Day. Come enjoy a taste of spice. Performances from top soca and calypso artists, pan, drummers, dancers, a mini carnival parade, arts and craft, and local food. From 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Carnage is the place to be. It's cricket, lovely cricket. Rest Day, Tuesday, 26th February. Sample a taste of spice. Hosted by the Grenada Cultural Foundation. No unauthorized vending allowed.
Welcome back. The head of cooperation delegation of the European Union to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Louis Meyer, says they are supporting the CARICOM Secretariat to conduct a comprehensive strategy on the extent, nature and patterns of human trafficking in the CARIFORUM region. He was speaking Tuesday at the start of a 2-day workshop on human trafficking, described as the second largest and most lucrative criminal activity in the world. The International Labour Organization, ILO, estimates that forced labor generates 130 billion euros in illegal profits each year. Mr. Mayer said despite ILO standards and UN protocols against human trafficking, globally there are at least 20 million victims who are made vulnerable as a result of poverty and are exploited by criminals.
Trafficking is much more than just an immigration issue. It is a human rights issue. It is a development issue, a criminal issue, and a security issue. It requires a coherent response that acts across multiple fronts. And looking at today's workshop agenda, I can see that you are in the right track here in Grenada. Collecting data to uncover the scale of the problem, building special capabilities among law enforcement and criminal justice systems, and making sure that all relevant agencies are talking to each other, whether it is social services, health departments, hospitals, or care homes. These are not only challenges for you, as you know, but also for all our partner countries.
Finally, educators in Grenada are reaping the benefits of a UE Regional Education Strategy course held as part of an OECS education support project. Close to 40 educators, which include principals, vice principals, and education officers, recently participated in a 3-day learning and accountability workshop under the Regional Education Strategy, Every Learner Succeeds. We get more details from Annette Moore.
The workshop has definitely been a timely one, and it has been very relevant. It has caused me to refocus and have a paradigm shift in how operations would take place at the Koshuarasi School.
The regional 2010 Grade 4 literacy and mathematics test showed that approximately 50% of the Grade 4 students had not achieved mastery of their grade levels work, and at the secondary level this was reportedly worse. Therefore, the Education Support Project, which is financed by a GPE-funded Education Plan Development Grant and a Program Development Grant, was initiated.
It will really make a difference in the way you operate and run your school on a daily basis.
The Regional Education Strategy for 2012 to 2021, Every Learner Succeeds, is expected to improve the quality of education and low learning outcomes among students across the OECS.
I really want to commend the Ministry of Education in taking that step to bring this program to us.
Participants shared their views on the importance of the workshop, which was held at Marishaw House in St. George.
Some of the strategies learned definitely. For example, we learned how to promote your school, how to change the school culture of your school. For me personally, I would try to encourage my student leadership roles where we have different opportunities of different persons leading in different areas. So you have shared leadership. So later on, if needs be, God forbid that the principal was to move on or someone else had to move on, we can easily transition from one position to the other.
The participating member states are Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Here in Grenada, principals and vice principals are already planning on implementing best practices and strategies learned.
We have students at our school who really need assistance with numeracy and literacy, and I would definitely want to have an intervention program just for these students. It is intervention where you can use a specific area of a problem area in your school to target certain students to help them see improvement in different areas.
Adeltris Roberts, a newly assigned principal, was speaking of the RTI intervention strategy. She also feels more confident of using data to drive instruction, feels better equipped to monitor instruction, and to lead policy creation and implementation. Another new principal, Henva Simeon, also felt empowered by the workshop and course.
I plan to improve on the school development plan that we are now working on, and another important issue is to create policies for my school.
My biggest takeaway from this week is, one, the use of data, how we use data to inform interventions in the school.
One of the areas that I believe is lacking a lot in Grenada is the use of information, the use of data to make decisions. What I'm going to do when I go back is to have a team of persons come together, or the entire staff, and look at how we take data, how we treat data as a school, and take that data, analyze it, and chart the course ahead as to what we're going to do to ensure that all of our students get the best education possible.
I especially like that part of the program where they talked about teaching to boys, because our school has so many boys and we always know it is a struggle to teach boys, so I am looking forward to applying what I have learned here to the teaching of boys.
And we'd like to thank the persons who are behind this workshop, this session, this course of studies.
For the National Report, I'm Annette Moore.
Thank you, Annette. That story just ended the National Report for today, Wednesday, February 20th. Recapping the top story. Grenadian cricket icons to be formally recognized during the first one-day match at the National Stadium next week. On behalf of all those who made this newscast possible, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
right, thank you very much, Rikisha, and everyone else who were instrumental in the production of the national report. Now let's take a look at the weather. Now, today's weather was partly cloudy and windy with a medium chance, so we got some morning showers and also nighttime showers. There's a medium chance of nighttime showers as well. Tonight's minimum temperature is going to be about 23 degrees Celsius. Winds east northeasterly to east southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas slight to moderate, waves up to 6 feet in open waters. And as it relates to your weather for tomorrow, God's willing, the weather is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with morning to early afternoon isolated showers, and the maximum temperature is expected to be about 29.5 degrees Celsius and minimum 24 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Sun is expected to rise at around 6:28 a.m. and set at 6:16 p.m. And that, my friends, is your weather report. Now, I just found some very interesting information that I'd like to share with you guys. Now, Facebook has implemented this top fan badges thingy and so on, and so we've been enjoying the top fans and so on. Now, I found that Facebook have been ranking persons in terms of how long they have been top fans for, and put people at the top of the list. And maybe you would not be able to see clearly. I don't know if my camera is going to adjust quickly enough, but if you see your picture there, you would see what's happening. Some of you will be able to see oops. Anyway, so on top of the list, like right on top of the list, the person who has been the top fan for the longest period is Allah Sam, our own ambassador. Allah has been a top fan for 7 months and counting since the badge was first implemented. Then Sonia Nelson, second. Della Fletcher, third. Shireen James, fourth. Doria Maras, Natalie Woodruff, Kireen, Sharon Rush, Neki Bourne, Rayburn, Colette, Karen Smart, Joan Duncan, Asha Cooper, Michelle Charles, Ezra Forrester, Gwendolyn Redhead. Those are the people who top the list. They have all been top fans for 7 months, and then it goes down to 6 months, and we have people like Angel and Daniel and Rhonda and Abby, Nessie, Maya, Nikisha, Samantha, Spice Girl, Brenda, Hazel, DC, Irma, Princess Nina, Khadija, Deslin, Carla, Zaka, Nicole, Bernice, the other Nika, Ann Duncan, Patsy, and so on, Lisa, Hazel, Giselle, Simon or Simeon, Melissa, Melly, and it goes on and on, Shauna and George. And listen, so the thing rank all of all, yeah? So in terms of how it gets taken away, if you become less and less active or less involved as you were previously, then you lose your badge. Yeah, so these people are ranked so highly. I don't know, the stakes are higher for the people who are at the top of the list. And then it tells us now that we have some new top fans. We've got 20 new top fans. We'll probably go through that another time, all right? So I'm just saying, you have to, oops, hold on. You have to value your top position, all right? Good. So folks, I want to big up everybody. Shum Shum, Rachel, Ms. Rayburn, Closilda, Tammy, Nika, Spice Girl, Sherman, Patsy, Kireen, and Veronica, Janika, don't cry, Janika, you are there on the list as well. Wendy, Trevelin, okay, Trevelin. Big up to Lintona, you lost your badge. Neki, big up yourself. Deslin, big up yourself as well, all right? Sheba, and Anne, and well, more Rivers, go drink. If I stay on top, Mikey, pass me credit. Queenie, Rita, where's your badge? Crispin, big up your whole self, all right? Crispin. Okay, big up Rose, Angel, and everybody else. So Facebook is the one. Listen, I don't touch this top badge thing. All right, it's just for my information. But Facebook manages the top fan badges. All right, good. Just that you know. So folks, we're gonna touch base with you another time right here on Mikey Live. I want to say thank you for viewing. All right, and we're gonna see tomorrow, God's willing. Olia, let me do the thing now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, ja. No. Good night, everyone.